these are actually very interesting. You may have seen these already, but I want to show you exactly what you're aiming to get here. You can make blocks with them. You can actually use them as little magnet balls, great stress relievers. So you can see here, it's basically a number of little ball bearings that are magnetized, and all of these can be set up into nice little structures, like little cubes you can use in different ways. You can actually make it so that it makes a little bit of a cylindrical. I'll show you a quick little system here, and you can see that there. It's kind of like a little ring type situation, but obviously you can play with that and set it up in different ways. It's give you an idea. It's quite satisfying just to give them a good squash. And you can use a card. You can just break them apart into little chunks like that. So just keep them in their case because they are magnetized, so if you have anything metal around, it will tend to attract it. You can see here a typical set weighs quite a bit, so I was pleased with these as a nice little stress relieving toy. It came with this booklet, which I found useless because the first thing I struggled with was setting up the darts. So let me show you the darts. These are set up. You get a set of 4 in 3 colors: red, blue, black and green. I have saved 2 to show you how to make them. So how do you make them? You'll get a set of these metal things. Each side can be screwed. You get these little, we'll call these the front needles. They're plastic. That's one thing about these. I've tested this, and if you miss the ball and hit the wall, these can break. Luckily, they give you a bag of loads of spares. So I screw that on the bottom. That's one side. Then you get a set of colored ones. That's black and that's green. Let's do the green one so you can see that a bit better. So that screws on the other side. There's no front and back on the metal. They're both the same screw size. Screw that. And then here in the back. Now, that is flat. But what you want to keep in mind is they actually folded down. So they're already the star shape you want. Just unfold them out. That's one thing that will get you stuck if you start cutting them. And then the pointy side, that side's not pointy. This pointy side, you have to kind of fashion into the splits in here. You've got like a star split in here. So you basically push it in and that becomes your dart. Similar to how I did the other ones there. So that's like a little tip of that, and now you can just use that to throw. Do that. There's 1. There's 2. Well, that one bounced back off. But if you miss the board and you hit the wall, the front plastic will hit. That's in the board right now. Don't hold them from the back. Hold them from right in the front and give it a good tug. So you're basically putting less stress on it. It's a good idea. It plugs into the wall. I haven't shown you the electric section of it. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's like there's loads of options there. Okay, so this is something very interesting now. The idea is from a butterfly knife. However, this is designed to be a practice situation. So here you can see you have to be quite good at it to be able to use it. I haven't got much skills on this, so I'm not going to be able to show you its full potential. However, it is a nice solid build, and if you're training with it, it's a nice metal. It's blunt, so you don't have to worry. It's not going to be sharp. It's not going to hurt you, and it's got a nice system of the little spring here that holds it in place, and obviously it closes together, and you have a case here as well. So the idea is you're meant to do loads of flicks and tricks with it, so you can actually do it in a number of different ways, but ideally not holding that, because that one technically would be the blade, which would be sharp. So what do we think this is going to be like? Well, you know, that's all I can really do with it, and some people actually flip it and do all sorts of stuff and throw it in the air, but I think once you got it and you practice with it, you'll be a lot better than I am. I've actually used it as a bit of a something to do with my hands while I'm doing stuff. So if I'm busy doing some editing, I actually have something to fiddle about with. But there's got indented pattern as well. You can see that there. And overall, very nice build quality, and you'll have a lot of fun with it, I reckon. So sometimes you just want a nice, small, flexible light that will help you illuminate your desk, or if you're doing some reading, an extra light. So what I've got is a USB light. It's got a nice little setup here. It comes in a few different variances, so you get different types you can clip on, but this gives you an idea of the output. So I've got a USB cable here which I've plugged into my computer. So let's just plug this in and see how much light it puts out. So you can see there's a set of LEDs in there. Perfect night type light for reading, for books. And if you have a USB battery bank, power bank, you can actually power it. It's got a slight night light type green blue color, and it is flexible, so you can adjust it in different ways, and that gives you that extra little light that you would not normally have. Okay, so this is something that's been quite interesting. It's like a retro gaming type system. So it comes with the HDMI dongle. There's a number of games built onto the controller. Legends, Flashback, Pac-Man stickers. How cool is that? Oh, there's a little poster as well. Explore more of the classic world. Atari Flashback, Legends Flashback. What will this be like? It's a HDMI adapter, and you will need a HDMI card unless you're plugging this directly into your TV. How cool is that? Come on. On, off. We'll need 2 AAA batteries. And just to confirm, the dongle itself actually has a HDMI and a little power here. Plug that into a HDMI capture card, plug that into USB power. So I've just plugged this in and I'm surprised how easy it was. Okay, Space Invaders, let's try that. Oh no, oh my god, look at this. I'm using the remote control and this is actually quite cool. Okay, oh, okay, I died. How do I go? Menu, back is A. Okay, let's find another game. I can't believe this. This is actually quite cool. You plug this into your TV and it will just become available. Space Raid quickly and see what that's about. Oh, where am I? Can I move? Okay, there. Okay, that's the fire button. Oh no. This reminds me of like games from back in the day. I'm going to try and set up another camera angle so you can see my controller, but okay, I'm not good at that. But yeah, that's a quick little look at that. I reckon very interesting.